Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh, and today you can see we have a pile of firearms here on the table. And actually, what we're going to talk about, I really didn't even have enough room to include all the firearms, but we are going to be talking about hopefully what is going to become a brand new rimfire match that will hopefully pick up in something that you'll be able to participate in, and my journey over the last few months on how I've been trying to become a better, more rounded shooter. So first things first, over here on the far left we have my full custom build CZ457. You guys have seen that, you know about that. Here we have something you guys probably haven't seen. This is a SIG P226 X5 Legion, single action only. Absolutely love this handgun. On top of it we have the SIG Romeo X Pro, and this is something that I've been shooting for centerfire. We'll get into that more. We have the SIG P322 Comp. Now, you guys have seen this. I did a review video on this, and this is a pistol that I've been using for that new match format that we are talking about today. So this is a very important handgun to that. We also have the Ruger 2245 Mark III with the Valkortsen LV upper. This is also going to come into play because hopefully you guys are going to be able to help me make a decision between these two once we start talking about that new match format. And on the right here, we do have our 223 DMR gas gun build. And yeah, this thing has been a hammer. It's a beast of a rifle. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So before we get into the guns and the match footage, which I promise is coming, there's lots and lots of match footage, both rimfire and centerfire in this video. I want to talk about how this all became to be. Now, last year with the 223 bolt gun that's up on the wall, I started shooting a DMR kind of match. And what that is you get a par time of like 105 seconds. You get rifle and pistol targets, and you have to shoot them within the par time. If you shoot all the targets, you get whatever time you finished in. If you miss targets, you get time penalties. So at the end of the match, all your times are added up, and that's how they figure out who won and how you place. It's all by your time, so you need to be able to shoot quickly, efficiently, and accurately, and I really fell in love with that format. Well, the rifle part was going pretty well, but obviously when I got to the pistol part, and I wasn't using this, I was using my Shadow 2, which is a great pistol, but after 2 or 3 years of not shooting any pistol and being a total kind of rifle nerd, I realized that, well, all my pistol skills were pretty much gone. And even more recently, about 2 weeks ago, I shot a DMR match with a gas gun and a CZ-TS2, had a red dot, really, really nice pistol, but I struggled with the handgun and it cost me some overall finish points.
I'm skipping.
Oh, skipping?
Yeah. Yeah. You see those shots? I suck.
Minus 10. Talk! 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 Full barrel, massive brake. Talk! 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 Talk!
So I was able to actually come out 4th overall for the match, but I really probably should have been 2nd because I had one stage where I bailed on 10 pistol targets. That's 100 seconds added to my raw time. And you only get 105 seconds to shoot this. So I think I had to skip 10 pistol targets and shot it in 70-something seconds. But the fact that I just lost all my pistol skills has really been hurting me, and this whole thing has got me thinking about becoming a better, more rounded shooter. So me and a few buddies have been shooting these DMR matches, and one of them is a local match director, and what we did was he created a match for this year. It's a series. We shot one last year just for fun, but now we're shooting a series, and actually participated in the first one, and I was able to come away with the overall win. Now for that match, I was shooting the Voodoo 360 and the Sig Sauer P322.
Ready? Ready. Stand by.
I got enough damage last stage. I got another mag.
What do you want me to do with that? Okay. 6.
7. What, it takes 50 rounds to hit that, Josh? 5 seconds left. Damn it. That thing fucked me all up.
You got him flustered now.
Yep.
Forget about it.
What target is these on, guys? P.
P.
Second.
Impact. Impact.
And the reason I was shooting this was, well, at the time, this Valkortsen LLV upper didn't exist, and the match we had shot last year, we shot with the Mark III in its original state, and it had a lot of problems. So I picked up the P322, and mostly because of the magazines. This thing has 25 and 20 round magazines, and it is very ergonomically comfortable for me to shoot. Has a gas pedal. We have a Holosun red dot on here. This points extremely well for me, and even with some shaky pistol skills, I was lucky enough to come away with a win. But what I really love about that DMR Rimfire match format is that if you set it up, or if you have a match director who's going to run this in a time plus style format like we talked about before, par time and penalties for hitting targets, you don't really need a $5,000 rig. You could have a 1022, you could have an M&P 22, you could have a kid, you could be running a JP setup, or your Voodoo, Bergara, whatever, because it's not one shot per target. You can get unlimited round count. So it's more about accuracy and speed. So what I really like about this format is I think it opens it up to a lot more people, and it's also going to involve pistol because it is a pistol and rifle match. So for those of you guys who are like me, who maybe have been nerding out on the rifle, your pistol skills may have kind of dried up a little bit, and this is a really good format which incentivizes you to not only be a good rifle shooter, but a good pistol shooter as well. Now, what I'm going to need your help with, as we talked about before, is we have the SIG P322 here. So this is a very light pistol, but we do have high capacity magazines. For me, this has been very, very reliable. I did put the Armory Craft trigger on here, and with the dot, this thing shoots just fine. Although it is probably outshined by how this Valkortsen LLV upper on this Ruger Mark III frame shoots. I mean, this thing is just an animal. It shoots so well. But, and there's always a but, we're stuck with these. So this magazine is a Ruger 10 round magazine. You can make these 12 rounds, which is what these are. It's a 12 round mag, but you're looking at a mag change every 12 rounds. If you got to hit 10 pistol steel under pressure of time, you may have to shoot 20 times. Depending on the difficulty of the target, maybe we have to pull that trigger 20 or 30 times. And this is going to be a big limiting factor. I do shoot this pistol a heck of a lot better. It has more weight to it, so it's more stable. It settles down on target faster for me and a little better than the lighter P322, but this has the big stick, so you can get a lot more shots before having reloading. And honestly, while I got you here, if you're interested in this, you should know This says 25, but it actually holds like 23, and the 20 rounder holds like 18. Just a weird note for these kind of handguns. But I'm going to need your help. I want you guys to kind of help me decide this. On the next match, I'm going to be running this rifle. I'm going to be running the CZ457 custom build, and I'm going to be using the Burst XTR Pro. I'm going to bring you guys along for that match, but should I be shooting the Valcourtson LLV, or should I stick with a tried and true P322? For me, it's kind of a toss-up, so maybe you guys can help me decide. So I have neglected this guy a little bit, and the journey of me trying to become a more well-rounded shooter. So obviously I've been doing, rimfire matches. I've been doing the DMR matches with both the bolt gun 223 and the gas gun 223. And if I haven't introduced this rifle properly, this beast is a hodgepodge of stuff. So I had to build this in a very small time frame, and our friends over at Lilja did help me out. I did ask them for one of their heavier profile barrels that actually comes in a 23-inch length, and I had them cut that down for me. And on the end of that, we are running my buddy's brake. This is the Rytec brake. I'll link it down below if you're interested, but what I like about it is I've got a 21-inch barrel. This doesn't add much length to this, so maneuverability is going to be a lot easier, and it does a heck of a good job. And he's a good friend of mine, and he makes quality stuff. So obviously, there's no kickback in this for me. I'm not trying to sell you on this. I don't have an affiliate deal or anything. It's just a good brake made by a good guy. So here, coming back from there, we have the Sergeant of Arms handguard. Now this does have an integrated ARCA, but for weight, I added the DST derail to that. That has worked out really well. For the optic, I'm running the Track 4-25. This is a great DMR optic, and you guys have seen the Tracks on here before, but I absolutely love the 4-25 on this rifle. We're running an M4E1 upper. I'm running an ADAC lower. Of course, that's fully ambidextrous. A Timney Calvin Elite, and the PRS buttstock here, and this is just a killer package. I've been running the Lancer 15-round mags in this thing, and it's just a beast of a DMR rifle. And that barrel's probably overkill. If I were to hand load for that, I'm sure this thing would shoot like a laser beam, but I'm actually running AAC 77 grain ammunition. It's like $10.99 on sale for a box of 20. So I'm shooting man-sized targets out to 500-600 yards. I don't really need PRS accuracy, and that AAC has actually surprisingly been really good ammunition. But back to the handguns. These have been really dragging me down. It's just my skills have just kind of went away. So earlier today, I actually went to a Falling Steel match, and I took the P226 Legion X5 with me, and I ran this through its paces and had a really good time. Really just wanted to use that as a good excuse to get out and put some rounds through a pistol. So what you're about to witness is a vagrant disregard for 9mm ammunition, and hopefully not two circles. 300 seconds.
Alrighty. Alright, you're going lift. Shoot ready. Stand by. Shooter, if you're finished.
Stand by.
Oh God.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Put me a dot.
If you are finished and load show clear,
I
hammer
think
down.
so, but really.
Yep. And rehold.
But I've been going out of my way to get back into some other things. Of course, for the Rimfire guys, absolutely no need to worry. Rimfire is still very much so the focus of this channel, and the biggest part about this video is this DMR match format that I'm hoping that you will go to your match directors and ask them to run that. You know, combining the pistol and the rifle aspect of it is just totally different. It is a ton of fun. You don't need anything extra. Maybe 5-gallon buckets as a good place to ditch handguns. And if you're interested, basically, and you didn't catch all of it in the video, the easiest way to do this is to stage the rifle, start with a handgun, no holsters are needed, and you can start with the handgun either on top of that bucket or just in the bucket, and retrieve the handgun, shoot what you need to shoot, safe the handgun, dump it in the bucket, go get your rifle. So you don't even need holsters, you don't really need any specialty stuff. Most of us were running spare mags in our pockets, and again, just a ton of fun and a really good excuse to brush up on some handgun skills as well as the rifle. But that is kind of what I've been up to. So I know you guys have been seeing different content from me. And again, I'm not straying away from the Rimfire. I'll be bringing you guys those series videos on the DMR matches as we shoot them for the Rimfire. Also bringing you guys along for the centerfire, because honestly, after the first few centerfire videos, I did catch a little bit of hate in the comments about abandoning my core audience. And I know that you guys are Rimfire guys. I totally understand that. But my intention for the channel was never to be 100% Rimfire. That's why it was called Pursuit of Accuracy. Yeah, that has been my main focus, and that's what 90% of the videos are going to be about. But this channel has really always been about bringing you guys on the journey with me, because I'm not bringing you these videos as a self-proclaimed professional or the best of anything. This is very much just an honest, upfront review of stuff, my thoughts and opinion on things, sharing knowledge that I've been picking up on the way. But a big part of that is that I'm still on this journey. I am learning. I'm just a regular guy like any of you watching this. I'm just learning, trying to become a better shooter. So the channel has always very much been bringing you guys along that ride with me. So while we still will do a ton of Rimfire, you will be seeing centerfire stuff as I go into that, and more handgun stuff as I try and become a more proficient handgun shooter and a well-rounded shooter who can do both rifle and a PRS nature and a DMR style shooter, as well as a good pistol shooter who can mix it up kind of anywhere. So maybe what I'm really saying is what I'm trying to become is a jack of all trades and a master of none, because let's face it, if you want to do anything in the shooting sports, it's coming at a cost, and that cost is, you know, the equipment, so monetary, ammunition monetary, and your time. I would say most of us don't have the time to become an expert at every single discipline, and I'm happy not being the best at any one, but being a very solid shooter across the spread. So hopefully you guys will find the videos that are coming from this in the future interesting. We will be, again, primarily back on the Rimfire stuff. But I wanted to make this video just to bring you guys in the loop. I wanted to show you all this match footage. I wanted to get you excited about hopefully getting your match directors to put on this DMR Rimfire style match. It's really going to make you a better shooter at the end, and it is a ton of fun. Something that I hope that we have locally for a long time, and I hope that it grows nationally as a sport. But I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one.